and welcome. We're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up, no major surprises in the Guineas races at Jamaica's Caymanas Park, where the winning trainers and one of the jockeys secure their first classic successes. Barbadian trainer Saffie Joseph Jnr. grabbed some of the spotlight on Belmont Stakes Day in New York, while the world-famous owners Godolphin score in the Epsom Derby in England and cop both major races on either side of the Atlantic. First, to Jamaica's Caymanas Park,
where there were 13 starters in Saturday's Phillies Guineas. Minutes before post time, all eyes on the big favourite, number 14, She's a Wonder, with the 21-year-old jockey Rian Lewis targeting his first classic success. In the outside box, She's a Wonder as the 1-2 favourite. The 12-horse Catalina scratched. Only number 5, Secret Identity at 2-1, and number 9, Sensational Ending at 3-1. Considered threats to the Ian Prasad trained filly, who was in front and pretty much in control from the start. Watched by ace commentator Bran Rickman.
The Guineas field now leave the 7/16th and run toward the final 3. She's a Wonder attempting to steal it. She's opened up a huge lead. Secret Identity trying now to get to her. Toward the outside, Short Curly now beginning to pick up. Hoist the Masters made some ground, but still has a mountain to climb from there. As She's a Wonder turns for home, she's in complete command at the top of the lane. It's She's a Wonder, the rider changing his hold and touching her once or twice with the right-hand stick. As they leave the 3/16, She's a Wonder. Will she get the mile? She has a clear lead, and now Secret Identity comes a calling, but still needs to find 5 or more. It's She's a Wonder. She's tough. She's hanging on to that lead inside the final 16th. They're not going to get back to She's a Wonder. She's a Wonder in a wonderful performance wins it, and wins it by 6 or more.
Third aboard Sen City last year in his before this best Phillies Guineas finish. Jockey Rian Lewis has no challengers here in his first classic victory, as She's a Wonder flattens the field and confirms what her Thornbird Stakes and Portmore victories had already told us, that she is the island's best filly.
And my find the lead comfortable, so I didn't get flustered. I just keep her in a nice pace, relax her, and ask her for contact. Feel good to win a classic at my age, and I'm thankful.
The victory margin for She's a Wonder's 4th consecutive win, 7 1/4 lengths. Amy the Butcher, the distant second-place finisher at 7-1 odds, as Henry Pratt and Karen Prasad's filly clocks 1 minute 41 3/5 of a second for the 1-mile trip and opens trainer Ian Prasad's winning account in the classics.
All trainers need good horses, and we have been blessed to have some good ones. She's a really good one, a really easy one. We just try to keep her happy, keep her sound, and she just comes and shows her talent on the track.
An hour later, the Colts and Geldings up for the 2,000 Guineas. The 2020 champion 2-year-old, Further and Beyond, undefeated as a 3-year-old and on a 4-race winning streak, has Dane Nelson aboard. His main rival, Dick Cardenas' mount, Miniature Man. These two dead heated in the Kingston Graded Stakes just under a month earlier. And would of course dominate the betting. Number 4, Further and Beyond, a heavy 3-5 favourite, and the 16-horse Miniature Man, the 2-1 second favourite. Number 2, Billy Wiz at 9-2, and the 15-horse Nuclear Noon at 4-1. The only other entries getting notable betting support.
They're off for the 2,000 Guineas. Calculus scampers away at the back. Miniature Man got a good start racing out wide with Nuclear Noon. Father Ryle right there. Rising Saint now moves up to test them. Billy Wiz is moving quickly on the rail, and these go for that lead. Alimony in behind them with Rusty. Old King Cole hidden in between horses. Calculus making ground against the rail, attached to his outside Further and Beyond as they leave the 6. John Crojeff races just ahead of Sir John. Old King Cole is next. Burn Notice in between horses. T. Brady out 3 wide. And Santorini trails as the Guineas field now leave the 5 and run toward the final half of a mile. Billy Wiz has that lead. Regal and Royal testing along with the Nuclear Noon out 3 wide as they swing into the half-mile turn. Rising Saint is back in 4th, 4 lengths off that lead. Miniature Man now making his move. Alimony races ahead of Further and Beyond, set down on the rail and asked to close up. So John on the outside of John Crojeff as they leave the 3. T. Brady races up in behind them. Then comes Burn Notice in the red cap. Calculus Satellite and asked to make up a huge deficit. Father Ryle and Old King Cole race next, then Rusty and Santorini at the back. But it is Nuclear Noon who has turned for home at the top of the stretch with that lead. Harassed now by Miniature Man. Here is Further and Beyond in the slipstream and trying to get to them. but they run to the furlong pole. Nuclear Noon and the Miniature Man in a heck of a tussle up front. Miniature Man may just have it by the flair of a nostril. Nuclear Noon continues to dig in and fights on. It's Miniature Man beginning to come away, and Miniature Man wins the 2,000 guineas over Nuclear Noon.
Nothing miniature about this effort from Elizabeth da Costa's gelding. Dick Cardenas repelling Nuclear Noon's brave inside challenge and hand rides Miniature Man close home to this 2,000 guineas victory.
It was a good race, and the horse inside was a tough horse. But my horse never give up, so I get the better out of my horse.
Miniature Man scores by a length and a quarter, and at 1:39 3/5, significantly faster than the Phyllis Guineas winner over the 8 furlong trip. Nuclear Noon, the runner-up at 4-1, the favourite further and beyond third. Trainer Jason da Costa gets the win for his mum and dedicated it to his late dad, Wayne da Costa, who passed away in late March.
It means the world. This one is dedicated to that, you know. This is a special one.
Jamaica's racing also mourning this week the passing of another trainer. Veteran Richard Todd died Tuesday after collapsing at the track. The former United Racehorse Trainers Association of Jamaica president was 61 years old, and his son Stephen Todd is a current top 10 trainer at Caymanas Park.
Let's head to New York now, where the favorite delivered in the Belmont Stakes, and the Barbadian trainer Saffie Joseph Jr. made headlines with an upset score in the Woody Stevens Stakes.
Saffie Joseph Jr., the current champion and leading trainer at Gulfstream Park in Florida, the spring-summer meet, secured one of his biggest career wins here in the US $400,000 Woody Stevens Stakes. Jose Ortiz, the jockey aboard Joseph's, drained the clock. Unfancied at 7-1 on the outside, poised for a duel with the favorite Jackie's Warrior on his inside.
Jackie's Warrior leads here by a head. Drain the clock on the outside in second. They've opened up 4 lengths on Dream Shake in third, then Caddo River, Nova Rags, and Tulane Trest. It is a battle into the stretch here between Jackie's Warrior and Drain the Clock. Drain the Clock on the outside, Jackie's Warrior. Jackie's Warrior is holding on to the lead. Drain the Clock on the outside is in second. Nova Rags has now moved into third as they pass the furlong marker. It is Jackie's Warrior all out to hold off Drain the Clock. The two of them continue the battle to the finish. Drain the Clock, Jackie's Warrior. A terrific finish in the Woody Stevens that goes to Drain the Clock by a head.
A thrilling finish there in the Woody Stevens, aced by Drain the Clock, completing his 6th win in 8 lifetime starts and first Grade 1 win. The Barbadian trainer was also third in the afternoon's $1 million Hillendale Stakes on the Belmont card with the 4-year-old colt Mischievous Alex. A busy weekend for Saffie, who was also third in the US $100,000 Ladies Secret Stakes at the nearby Monmouth Park in New Jersey with his 4-year-old filly Gibberish. Jose Ortiz, the winning rider, as a replacement for his brother Irad Ortiz, who was injured in a fall at Belmont on Thursday. The massive win in the Woody Stevens for Drain the Clock by a neck at 7-1 odds gives Saffie Joseph a 6th graded stakes triumph among his 12 stakes victories overall this calendar year. Drain the Clock's winning time for 7 furlongs, 1:22.77. In the US $1.5 million Belmont Stakes, 3rd leg of the American Triple Crown Series, the favorite Essential Quality under jockey Luis Saez, with the outside challenge on the victory path, but not without a fight from the 4-1 shot, Hot Rod Charlie.
2 of them putting on a match race, but a furlong to run. Essential Quality on the outside. Hot Rod Charlie won't go away. Essential Quality, too good. Essential Quality has won the Belmont Stakes.
Essential Quality rebounds from his first career loss in the Kentucky Derby with this win by 1 1/4 lengths, clocking 2:28.11 for 12 furlongs, and chased by Hot Rod Charlie with a Preakness Stakes winner Rumbauer third. Brad Cox, the winning trainer for owners Godolphin.
The Godolphin Blue Silks, the story as well, to close off a tremendous weekend of global thoroughbred racing. Let's check out the Epsom Derby in England, where the favourites were outgunned.
Top trainer Aidan O'Brien's Bolshoi Ballet was Saturday's hot 11-8 favourite, and he had every chance 3 furlongs out, but there were others quickening far more than he was.
A day after Adam Kirby leads the Derby field by 2 lengths. In second is Mojo Star. In third is Hurricane Lane, but it is Adayar who is 3 lengths clear in the Derby in the Godolphin colours, leading by 3 lengths from Mojo Star. In third place is Hurricane Lane, a dream for Adam Kirby. The musical jockey stairs stopped and he landed the winner.
The son of the great Frankel, Adayar, brilliant in the Epsom Derby victory for the UAE's Godolphin just hours before their essential quality would win the Belmont Stakes in New York. Jockey Adam Kirby gets his first classic success, 2:36.85 the winning time for 12 furlongs. The Charlie Appleby Godolphin trainer-owner combination had also linked up to win the US $500,000 Just a Game Stakes with a British-bred Altica on the Belmont Stakes card. What a weekend for Godolphin.
Should tell you before we go that the Trinidad and Tobago jockeys have been hot at Canada's Assiniboia Downs this week. Stanley Chady Jr. with 3 wins, including a Wednesday night stakes tramp and a 4-timer Tuesday night for Richard Mangali. We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.